Grand Rise, Willie Whittle. It shall be dope. This is the pod. Let's get into it. Different camera angle today. This morning on my heart is the exchange of people that the exchange that we have as people, understanding our value. I've been listening to a lot of dope music recently that pretty much pinpoints a lot of conscious thoughts throughout your day. The things that we go through and we actually see, feel, struggle with, have anxiety about um with our money, with our finances, with our core values through life. You see people fight, you see people struggle, you see people go through so many things. And I think what happened is a lot of people don't understand their value per se. Um I bring all that together to say it's a crazy concept when I feel like my algorithm and my Spotify algorithm is cooking for me because it's filling and it's letting me hear everything that I need to hear. Today, the song is Rule 4080 by Rome Streets, Griselda veteran, and actually somewhat the rookie on the block, but smooth flow like Rome Streets, right? And the reason why I like this song is because he said he made a key statement that I'm gonna keep with me for a really long time, but it's kind of my running mantra right now. And the statement is, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. Listen, I feel like in life, and it's hard for me to say that things happen for a reason because of all the pain that I've been through and all the pain that my family's been through. So it's really hard to say like everything happens for a reason. But then you get to a point where you go somewhere, you go to a job or whatever, and you go and you get what you deserve, right? You go in there and you say, okay, you feel like you did a great job. Here is this. You deserve it. Hmm. Well, technically, this is what you're giving me that you think I deserve. It might place more value on me than you do. And I'm not going to go through this shady business of you feeling like you can assess my value. Now, every job has their caveats. Like you go to the workplace, you do the job that you signed up for, and they will give you what they can give you contractually. Cool. When you start venturing into understanding your own value, when I had when I started my first business, and the very first thing I did was trained a bunch of people on forklifts. And it was dope. I was like, okay, I get to do my first training class independent. Independent. I set it up. I had all the documentation written and everything. And I go in there with all my tools and stuff. And my guy said, "So what's your cost? What's your fee?" I did not think about that question. It's a funny state. I didn't even think about that question. I'm like, well, let me see. Going rate right now is about $120 per person if you went to a place and I could cut you a deal. And this is me doing like 3 hours worth of work, right? And I was like, I could do 1,000. You're like, okay, okay. Like it wasn't even a back forth. It was just whatever my price was, he was gonna write the check. And that was just that one interaction. But it felt so good to me because it shocked me because I placed value on myself and it was different. So it wasn't what I deserved because sometimes these people don't know what you deserve. Like they don't know you enough to know what you deserve. Like I've been through a lot. A lot of people have been through a lot. Whatever it is to get you where you are now, if you feel like you're getting what you deserve, then you might be you're definitely looking at it wrong. I'm looking at it wrong for sure. Like I don't want to get what I deserve. I want to get what I negotiate. So when I walk into a room now, I have a thought process that says, hey, I'm negotiating for me. You give me something, cool. I don't like that. If I walk into a car lot and I say, listen, I'm not even here for games. The last car that I bought, I walked in, I was like, I see the price on the window. I'm not here for playing. I'm trying to take 2 grand off of that at least. And I'm trying to walk out of here with this interest rate and this interest rate. And I'm telling you now, I ain't got the time for it. Like, that's not me trying to strong arm the situation. It's me letting you know up front what I'm negotiating. It puts the power back in our feet. Like, it puts the power back in our shoes. I apologize. It gives us the push to be able to speak our mind and say, hey, this is what I've been thinking and this is what I feel. Just because somebody slaps a sticker on the wall don't mean that you should sell something for nickels or something for a massive amount of dollars. Like, it's not that. You can't just sit there and take that type of information. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That's another one. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay, cool. So that's because yesterday you valued something, and then today you learned something else. You listen to It Shall Be Dope podcast. You'll listen to you'll hear some stuff that you're gonna learn, and you're gonna be like, I learned something else today. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Clips, by the way, shout out to Pusha T, right? Neck and wrist is where you get that. So, two dope albums. Whenever future Rome Streets come out, and Rome Streets and Conductor Williams, 40 Rule 4080. Listen to that song. Back in the day, we were slaves, whips, and chains. Literally a Cam verse from Banned from TV. Banned from TV. The Nori, Drink Champ Nori. Yeah, he used to rap. Drink Champ Nori. Nori, uh Big Pun was on that thing. Um, you had Jada Kiss and Styles P, Nature, which I feel like had the best verse. Nature outshined them. And Cam. And Cam came through with the, back in the slate. That what's it, that song? Mm, not Banned from TV. The other one. I can't remember the name. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. But it's definitely one of them old them songs where it had Nature, Cam. Uh, it had Fabulous on it. I can't remember the name of that dang on song. But Cam's verse starts off, and I'm talking about Cameron from Cameron Mace. It is what it is. Them boys back in the day, they used to spit fire, you know. And back in the day, we were slaves, whips and chains. It's tradition. All I got is whips and chains. Was his verse back in the day. And his Rome Streets joint, back in the day, we were slaves, whips and chains. Is how he goes into the hook. Is powerful stuff. But the message that he's given to these young cats, like I really like. I'm going to show the video to my son, my 22-year-old son, when I go downstairs today because he's into music. He loves doing music and he wants to pursue careers in music. Well, the important piece about that is like if you do, there's contracts that people assign for your creative property. You got to make sure that your stuff stays yours. Like there's so many ways that these like if you have the ability to venture into a place where your career takes off in music, you got to be really careful about the contracts that you sign or anything that you put your like creative property into. You have to own it. Because that's how they get paid. They get paid off your thoughts, right? So any creative concept that you're in, make sure your creative property is protected. Make sure you don't feel like you walk into the table and they slide you a bag that you feel like you deserve without you thinking about the negotiation piece, right? Even if you feel like, oh, they gave me a bag, that's cool. They gave you a bag, but did you push for that bag? If they came to you with, and I'm gonna just use random numbers, right? If they came to you and said 50K from the jump, they don't think you worth 50K. They just offered you 50K to see what you'll do. You counter offer that with 70, you might be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of things, it's a bunch of different things out there. So you don't know people well enough, especially the people that you're doing business with, to be able to negotiate or to be able to just take what they feel like you deserve. So remember that, understand your room and take, and it's not what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. That's the bar. So continue to negotiate and continue to push for what you know you deserve in your negotiations. And as long as you walk down that path to peace, as long as you do that with love in your heart, it shall be dope. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.